Are we live? Are we live? Hi, legends. I think we're live. Welcome to today's episode, live stream, jam-packed full of alpha today. As per the thumbnail, 1.618. What does it mean? How important is it? And how many successful trades can you take with the 1.618 level? What does it mean? It's a mysterious number that no one can really explain, but you see it everywhere inside of nature, inside of your facial features, inside of the length of your legs and arms, right? A very interesting number indeed. And also, as traders, we use the 0.618, the 1.618, the 2.618, but it's the 618 level, right? Why is this so significant? And also, as per my streams yesterday or during this week, I mentioned that today is about you. Okay, it's about you guys. Right. So make sure that you ask any question that you would like me to answer inside of the comment section. I will also be taking some of the questions that you guys posted inside of the Legends Discord community, and we will just make the stream conversational. I'll make it about you. I'll go through a little bit of Bitcoin analysis as always. I mean, I have to. Bitcoin is what makes me money at the moment, right? And it's been an absolutely fantastic trading week. Massive profits on my portfolio. I couldn't have asked for a better week, although the range was very confusing. Right? We just nailed the entries one after the other. It's not always easy, but when it is easy, you need to make the best of it. And then, right, smash up the like for the alpha. Thanks for joining. Friday, I'm sure everyone getting ready for the weekend. Let me share my screen over here. Okay, right. Welcome, legends. Welcome, welcome. So, I mean, this is just an update that I shared quickly this morning with some of the team members. Just say that, one of two things is going to happen over here. Just, quick analysis. We're either going to find resistance. Okay, this is a massive nut to crack for Bitcoin to break through. You can see that we have lost trend. Okay, we're currently trending here to the downside. I mean, we've also lost this trend. Okay, first thing, lost trend, fell down. Lost trend, fell down. This could potentially be a retest for continuation to the downside, which for now carries the higher probability. Or what you would like to see from the bulls really need to step in here, is smash through this level, okay, with high green supporting volume. Flip the area back into support, you get acceptance back inside the trend, and then we continue here to the upside, which for now carries slightly lower probabilities. But it's just never, I can't see it's guaranteed, or we're definitely going down, we're definitely going up. It's just this scenario carries higher probability, this scenario carries lower probability, but the market is here to surprise us. So in this live stream, I will share with you why more downside carries higher probability and why upside carries lower probability at the moment. Okay, so let me just put on my tool thingy over here, take the scribble out the way. Right, legends. I'm going to get to the alpha in a moment. Why you all joined today, to answer your questions, anything trading related that you do have, let me know. And also that magic, I've often spoken about the 1.618 level, and people still don't believe me. They, I have traders telling me Fibonacci trading does not work. Okay, why are you using that stupid tool? It's just there to confuse everyone. Okay, well, I beg to differ, because most of my successful trades, and also the successful trades from the Pro Legends community, came from 1.618 levels. Most of the successful trades we took came exactly from the 1.618 level, a very powerful level if you can include it as part of your trading arsenal when you're measuring waves to the upside or retracements to the 0.618. Very, very, very powerful tool. Hi, Dewald. There's not much liquidity down below. Yes, but we are in the process of grabbing some quite significant. I had a look at liquidity over here. Let me just refresh it. Okay, you can see why we're moving up. Okay, can you guys see here? You all can see this, right? We are busy short squeezing over here. Okay, and the liquidity ends round about. The liquidity ends around about $61,800. Where's $61,800? 61,800. It's in the it's in the resistance box. So now the question is, there's not much liquidity to the downside, but I'm telling you now, there's also not much liquidity yet to the upside. This is the liquidity pool. Okay, so you could definitely get the pump here to the upside. You retest the trend, you grab all of that liquidity, filling the market makers short bags, because remember, market makers need liquidity to fill their bags so that they don't move the market. Okay, that's why there's liquidity for market makers that trades with large amounts of cash, hundreds of million. They need liquidity. Between me and you, retail, there's just a transaction, buy, sell, whatever the case might be. But market makers needs liquidity, and that's often why they build up liquidity at certain levels, because they're planning a big move. And this could potentially be the big move. They fill their bags, okay? They fill their bags, and then they send price down. Okay, and I'm still aiming for these lows over here, right? I think that's still a high probable chance that we could potentially come and claim these lows at $57,600. Let's say $58,000. Let's just call it a round number. Right, let me say hi to the beautiful community before we dive in a little bit further. Mr. Crypto Big Brains is not here yet. Mr. Gold Star. We have SFP. Yes, I could see about didn't play, just trying to high probability trades at the moment. Yes, I'm at the moment looking for short, but you can see I have played a long year on Bluffin. Quite a late entry, but again on the 1.618. I will go through that in a moment. Why I entered that trade, how I entered the trade, okay? People will look at that trade when I go through the explanation and say, well, you FOMO'd into it, okay? Just looking at the candles over here, people will tell me you FOMO'd into the trade, okay? No, I didn't. I did not FOMO. I had exceptionally good risk management, and I'll tell you exactly where I entered and how I entered. Okay. Right. Let's go through some more comments. Very strange pump to me. Alejandro, yes, it is. It looks like a liquidity grab pump to me, okay? We have to acknowledge that most of the red volume, in my case, purple volume, is to the downside, okay? The red volume, or in my case, the purple volume, is at the moment still superseding the green volume, which tells me that, okay, you're having a pump with almost no volume. You have almost no green volume here, but you're having a pump here to the upside, which increases the probabilities that you're most likely going to roll back down. Okay. And I think before the markets close today, okay, we're going to see either this move or we're going to see this dump, because we know that weekends are known for ranging. So you want to see the big move happen today. I don't think it's going to happen over the weekend. So perhaps it dips into the liquidity, it falls down, and on the weekend you range. You know, most boring price action on Saturdays and Sundays before the market opens. And then, you know, when the market open on Sunday night, then you start seeing volatility again. Okay, and that's usually where market makers build up the liquidity above, they build up the liquidity below, and then usually they go grab both by Tuesday. You guys will see by Tuesday, usually the price is back to where it was on Friday, and it grabbed liquidity on both sides. And you just need to be on the right side of the market. So usually the best trades for me are from Wednesdays onwards. That's usually where I get the best trades. Okay, let me go through some more comments. After the PMI release, I measured the wave and it hit the 1.618 in the 1 minute, then I shorted. Right, curious one. Congratulations, you're learning the trick about the 1.618. Hello, Dewald, I'm stuck in a ETH short. Do you think we could come back down for me to recover? I'm underwater for now. Destiny Focus. You know, I've told the legends here before, I do not like to short altcoins. I really don't like. It's just my style. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with shorting altcoins, but what I don't like about shorting altcoins is that, can you guys see the dump that Bitcoin had? Okay, I mean, on the 4 hour, it's not so significant, but I mean, we've had quite a nasty dump here from the price of Bitcoin to the downside. Okay, and the alts did nothing. The alts were protected by dominance, okay? So when I open up my dominance tab over here, and this is why I don't like to short alts. I like to long alts, but not short them. So when I open Bitcoin dominance over here, okay, this is why the alts didn't drop. because dominance fell to the downside while Bitcoin was dumping, and it protected the alts, which basically means money flowed out of Bitcoin into the altcoins, protecting them. This is why I don't like to short alts, because often I will do, well, not often, in the beginning when I used to start trading, okay, in the beginning, I would look at Bitcoin and say, yo, from my analysis, it looks like Bitcoin is going to take a drop. I'm going to short ETH or Rune or Solana, whatever the case might be, and then nothing happens. And I'm so frustrated. And then I'm always like, shit, I should have shorted Bitcoin instead. So I love to short Bitcoin because the dominance can count against you. Okay. It's too variable for me. I don't like to short altcoins because dominance can play against you. You have to just remember that. Right, so ETH, you're shorting ETH. We will work out the probabilities now, but I can tell you now, okay, you can see I've got a trend here with my alarm set. If ETH breaks this trend, it's not going to look great, okay? You could expect some more bullish momentum here from ETH. And you can even see with the dump that we had here from the price of Bitcoin, I mean, what a small retracement from most of the altcoins. I looked at ETH, I looked at Link. I mean, they did almost nothing to the downside. That dump last night that we had from Bitcoin, you know what Link did? Link went down, okay, with that dump to the downside, 3%. 3.5%. That's how Link dumped with Bitcoin falling here to the downside. Okay, usually you know Bitcoin drops by 1% and the alts go down by 10, 20%. That's usually how it happens, okay? But the dominance was protecting, and this is why me personally, part of my trading strategy, I don't like to short altcoins, but I love to long them because they usually have way more explosion to the upside than to the downside, especially with the dominance factor. I wanted to take the volume here out the way. It's just messing up the chart. Okay, cool. So as long as dominance keeps on dropping, okay, now you have to remember. So if I'm now going to do analysis and say that we're potentially coming down here to $57,000, $58,000, it's not to say, okay, that the altcoins are going to do the same, because at the moment they have proven that they're holding support. So maybe you get a tap, Bitcoin goes to $57,000 and it does this, and it bounces and it breaks out. Okay. Because I mean, I expected a bigger dump from the altcoins, but it seems that dominance is just protecting the altcoins and it wants to just hold the levels. It wants to just hold the uptrend. It doesn't want to break down. Okay, quite surprising. It looks like most of the altcoins, for now, it seems that they have found the bottom because Bitcoin keeps on dropping and the altcoins are not doing anything. Okay, and even with the pump here to the upside, I haven't seen a lot of magic from the altcoins as well. I mean, small little pumps here from Link, small little pump here from ETH. And so first things first is that if you are underwater because you try to short ETH, I mean, where was your planning? Okay. You have to plan your trade. You need to know where your risk management and your invalidation is. You need to know where to take profits. So unfortunately, there's no easy answer to it, because what I'm trying to say over here is even if we are guaranteed to go down, it's not to say, okay, that ETH is going to lose this area. Maybe, okay, maybe it dips down, it gets acceptance back above, it swing failures from the lows over here, and then off to the races we go. So, I mean, if you get this price action, I would just get out, okay? Recover your losses, get out. I'm not sure from where you have shorted. And, right, this is why I personally, okay, do not like to short altcoins because of dominance at the moment. Okay, Irina, welcome. Machine King, Ook, I've been waiting for Solana to drop to 120, but it's not moving. Yes, exactly. That's what I've just explained with the dominance. The dominance is just protecting the altcoins from dropping, but they're also not making some significant moves to the upside. Okay, the focus is on Bitcoin at the moment. The money is in Bitcoin. Okay, that's where I've also made most of my money this week. Thanks, Dewald. I've taken note of that. More longing of alts than shorting. Perfect. Okay, cool. So, legends, let's dive into the alpha. Remember to smash up the like. Hit subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, because I always bring alpha and education in this channel. And I've also received some great comments from our Legends Pro community, which I'll go through in a moment. Also, remember, if you'd like to come and trade with me, the exchanges that I use is down in the description under exchanges. I'm testing out weeks. If you'd like to come and test out weeks with me, okay, I'm having some conversations with the teams. Or with a team, we're going to create a Discord section just for weeks so that if we do find any issues, maybe, okay, I don't know, maybe there's a bug, you can't reset your password, whatever the case might be. I know this is how all exchanges started. And I remember when I started trading on Bybit, for example, it was buggy, it was wiki, some of the stop losses or TPs didn't kick in properly, and all right, that's how they all start. Okay, so I'm going to give weeks a go over here. I'm testing them out at the moment. I've already done a couple of trades of weeks. So far, so good. There's a couple of suggestions that I already provided to the team. I will keep on doing that, but it's also a no KYC option, and I've only put some play money in there. Okay, I'm not putting my life savings and my big portfolio or anything like that in weeks just as yet. I'm testing it out. If you'd like to give it a go test it out as well. Go join our free Legends Discord community. First link in the description. And once we set up the channel, that's where you can provide your feedback. Okay, so we can help the team sort out that exchange if there's any issues and give them some suggestions to make it even better for us. Right. Now, what I want to do, where's my Discord? Let me do this. Okay, let's do this. Okay, can everyone see that? Right. First things first, okay, before we get into the why you are here, the 1.618, okay, I'm building up to the 1.618. I want to show you guys what I discussed with the legends last night. Last night, or yesterday, let me just call it yesterday. Yesterday, a couple of minutes after my live stream, okay, I spotted, when was it? This. I spotted this. I said, legends, I have just spotted a contracting leading diagonal, and I think we're going to make an ABC to the upside. Keep an eye on these levels. There's a high probability that we're going to fall to the downside. Okay, that was literally after my live stream yesterday when I spotted this scenario. And remember, for those of you that did watch yesterday's live stream, still pumping it to the upside. I'm still in a long there, left some of the position open, took most of the profits already, but nonetheless, let's go here onto the 5-minute time frame. Okay, yesterday during my live stream, you all know we were here. We were trading in this zone, and I said probabilities. No, where were we trading? Where were we trading? Just want to see. Okay, it wasn't that one. It was this one. Yes, we were trading in this zone. I'm correct. Yes, we were trading in this zone. And I said, legends, the probabilities are still higher to take the lows because we bounced on the 0.88. Okay, do you guys remember? The probabilities are still higher to take the lows because we bounced on the 0.88. I highlighted this Fibonacci pool over here. Okay, when you take a normal fib from the low to the high, okay, you guys know the deal already. For those of you that's been following me for a while, let me just take this crap out the way. Okay, once you tap the 0.88, you increase the probabilities of taking the low. And even inside of this range, there was a couple of 0.88 taps, okay, where we increased the probability of taking the low, and then we took the dump here to the downside. Now, zooming back into that structure, 5-minute time frame, let's go and see, well, what happened? Why did we fall to the downside? And where did we enter an epic short here to the downside? Okay, I looked at this structure. So what I mentioned yesterday during my live stream as well is if you take a fib from the low to the high, 0.88, okay, increasing the probabilities of taking this low. Then we had a confusing corrective structure here to the upside. And we were then trading, okay, we were then trading over here. This is where I ended the live stream. And I said, legends, we tapped the 0.88 again, which increases the probability of taking these lows and falling to the downside. And then after I ended my live stream, I saw this. Okay. Did I delete it or do I still have it here? Nonetheless, let me do this fresh quickly. Okay, I saw this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's what I saw. Leading contracting diagonal in Elliott wave theory, okay, where you basically have a contracting diagonal. And I think I mentioned this during Andy's live stream as well. Andy, 3-minute time frame, go have a look, okay? And myself and the pro community then entered, guess where? Where do you guys think we entered a short? Okay, because price started pumping here to the upside. Okay, you break trend, people enter longs, price started pumping here to the upside. And then I was like, hang on, if I take a fib extension, okay, this is now, it feeds into what I want to talk today. From the low to the high to the low. I mean, okay, bam, 1.618 is where I entered. I had my stop above the high. As soon as price started falling down, I protected my position and I rode the momentum all the way down. Okay, when I take another fib extension, guess what? Was it from the high to the low to the high? And I closed my position, yes, a little bit early, but I told the legends I'm looking at the 1.618. Again, we actually fell almost to the 2.618, but this is where I closed my position. Happy with the profits. We went down a little bit further, but you know, profits is profits at the end of the day. This was just an absolute insane move here to the downside where I closed my position, and I did see that some of the pro members left some of the position open and they took profits here by the lows. Okay. And beautiful trade. But this is what I want to talk about today. 1.618. It's an absolute phenomenal level, okay, especially if you know how to trade them and how to spot them. Right, let's go back there to the Discord, and this is basically how it played out. I told everyone, okay, I'm looking for a C wave here to the upside, and then I said I entered a short, okay, entered a small short here, right, at the 1.618, stop below the low. As we moved down, protected my position. Then I said, this is where I'm planning to take profits. And right, then I just wrote a little message. This 1.618 is just absolute magic, with a nice little gif over there to make people laugh. And then price just started falling here to the downside, and successful trade. And then this is just my analysis that I did today. I mean, there's a long trade that I highlighted this morning, just basically telling the legends. For those of you that did attempt the long that I mentioned during my update, okay, we are nearing TP areas, and we've actually now smashed the TP area at the moment. Okay, so right, couple of many successful trades this week, but I mean, the 1.618 has just been absolutely phenomenal, treating us very well from a profitability perspective. So let me take this out now. I don't need that. Let's go back here onto the 15-minute time frame. Right, legends. Okay, so what do I mean by there was many successful trades using the 1.618? And I'm going to get now to the juicy part of the live stream. So you want to stay tuned. You want to hit the like button and subscribe for future notifications if you're not already subscribed. Okay, some of the trades we entered this week was this one over here. Okay, and people often ask me, how on earth did you catch that low? And how on earth did you catch that high? Okay, we entered over here, along to the upside, and we took profits over there. Okay, we entered, and the proof is inside of Discord. Okay, I'm not just saying this, the proof is inside of Discord. Everyone is sharing their money shots of the incredible trades that they've entered. If I go here onto, where's the money shots? I mean, people have just been roping in the gains based on these trading analysis from myself, Andy, and Aiden inside of the Legends Pro community, just guiding the community each step of the way with loads of education. Okay, here's just that screenshot that I provided of, you know, I'm almost going to take profits. I'm inside the trade. Hope you guys got in. Well done, whatever the case might be, right? We've just been nailing each single trade. So if you guys would like to join our Legends Pro community, first link down in the description. And okay, so we entered over here. We took profits over here. And then I can't remember if we entered trades over here, but the ones that stick out for me is we also entered over there. We rode the momentum to the downside, okay? And then again, inside of this zone, we entered over there, and we rode the momentum here to the downside. And then people ask me, how on earth did you nail those entries to perfection? Okay, like how? And the answer is simple. I took a fib extension from the high to the low to the high, and we tapped the 0.618. That's where I entered. Okay. Good risk management, and I applied a swing failure pattern strategy. Okay. You get acceptance back above the level, you put your stop loss. As soon as you move into profit, you protect your position, and then you need to go and work out your profit targets. I'm going to spend too much time to go into all of the details about how do you calculate the profit targets and things like that as well. But I just want to show you guys the power of the 1.618. Okay. Then again, this trade, how on earth did we catch this short? Again, okay, from the low to the high to the low. That's how I caught the short to the downside. Error, YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Are you guys experiencing buffering at the moment? Is it all good? Because I'm getting some error messages here from YouTube. I just want to find out if you guys can hear me properly. Okay, let me know in the comments before I continue. It's all good. It's all good. Thanks, guys. There was a bit of a buffering, yes. Okay, hopefully it will recover. Let me just do a quick internet speed test over here. I'm not sure what is the issue here at the moment. Sorry, legends. Download speed, 400 megs per second. Upload speed, 300 megs per second. No, so it's not really an internet issue. I think it's a YouTube issue. Okay, sorry about that. Let me know if you guys are struggling. Just send some emojis or something to catch my attention. Right, bit frozen, but good for now. Okay, let's continue. So I know, Mariela, thanks for joining the live stream. You entered the short with me. Okay, we entered a short over here, had our stop loss above. So what I'm basically, how I'm trading the 1.618 levels is I'm treating it as an SFP line. As soon as you go above and you get acceptance back below, okay, that's where I enter. Stop loss, as soon as you start falling down, I protect my position. Then you need to go and calculate your profit taking areas. Okay, so again, so that was the second one. And then, you know, how did you guys, where was the other one? How did you guys catch this short here to the downside? Okay, and you know, there's that thing of, oh, I missed the short, right? For the people that entered over here, if you closed your position early and you missed the entire momentum here to the downside, there was many opportunities to get in. So for those of you that did enter over here and left your position till down here, congratulations. You should be heavily in profits. But not to stress, okay? We entered another short over there, like I've just explained during the beginning. Okay, and then we rode the momentum here to the downside. I took profits by the 1.618, ironically, again, okay? And now we're getting some pumpy action here to the upside. And there was just for shits and giggles, I wasn't really confident about this trade. And I did tell the legends I entered with a very small position because I wasn't really sure. But I mean, purely, you know, this is where I ripped out another trading strategy that I'm very familiar with is break of trend, bullish CVD. I entered a small little long over here, very little capital, targeting the highs. Okay, stop loss here below the lows. I told the red legends the risk to reward makes sense to enter this trade. And right now we have another successful trade in the bag. Dewald, when you do TA, I feel like you are not doing analysis. You are telling Bitcoin what to do. Wow, okay. Bitcoin, yeah. Bitcoin needs to fall over here, okay? Not yet, not yet. I think it's still going to bump a little bit. Not yet. It's not ready yet. And this is why I took like 80% of my profits here by the highs, okay? I took 80% of the profits because as a trader, I have to pay myself for the hard work that I've done to click the button to enter, right? And I'm leaving some of the position open for these levels. So I am, okay, still in the camp that we could potentially get a rejection in this zone. right? Where you retest the trend, you're struggling to break through resistance. And yes, maybe it can get choppy. Maybe it can even go higher to claim this pivot. I will definitely keep an eye on this pivot for potential swing failure. Like I've just shown you how I play the 1.618 as a swing failure pattern, I will definitely be keeping an eye on that level. And I think we also have, if I'm not mistaken, a daily naked point of control in that area. Okay, yes. $61,800. Love that level. I will definitely keep an eye on this level. Do you guys see it? Okay, daily naked point of control. It's $61,800. Why I like this area as well is that it aligns with the liquidity to the upside. Okay, you can see that liquidity roundabout ends there at the $61,800 level. And usually when you dip into liquidity and it's been grabbed, you get a reaction. Okay, usually, not always, nothing is ever guaranteed in the market, but I am expecting some sort of a reaction once we've grabbed all of this liquidity. Can you guys see that? Yes. Okay, right. For now, we're struggling here by the highs, and this is why I took 80% of the profits. Because what if, okay, the market makers decide they've grabbed enough liquidity and they start pushing price to the downside. I would still like to see a three-wave structure though. This looks very one-wavy to me, okay? Very just up, okay? There's not a clear wave like this. There's not a clear wave. So what I would still like to see, okay, if we do not move up from where we are right now, I would still like to see a three-wave structure, okay? So it's either going to do this, or it's going to smash in there, maybe do this and go down. But I would like to see a three-wave structure, because that's usually, at minimum a corrective structure to the upside where momentum can definitely continue to the downside. So legends, let's dive into 1.618 before I continue with analysis over here. Just want to open one of my thingies over here. Did you guys know? Okay, I'm just going to read some stuff, some research that I've done. The number 1.618 is often associated with a mathematical concept of the golden ratio. Okay, it's also referred to as the golden ratio, which is approximately 1.618. In nature, plant growth, the arrangement of leaf, petals, seeds inside of the plants, Fibonacci sequences, which is closely related to the golden ratio. For instance, the number of petals on many flowers, or the spirals of seeds in the sunflower, hence the sunflower in the thumbnail, okay, is often aligned with the Fibonacci numbers 1.618, which approximate the golden ratio as the sequences processes. Okay, so I have another tab open here somewhere. I just need to find it. Yeah, let's go. Okay, so you guys can see what I'm sharing over here. So I just did a little bit of research. I don't understand all the math. All I know that this is a magic number that is not just mathematical, but you even see it in nature. Okay, and let's go through that. And it's basically, simply put, the golden ratio is also known as the golden section, derived proportion, or Greek letter pi, exists when a line is divided into two parts, and the longer part A, divided by the smaller part B, is equal to the sum of A plus B divided by A, which both equal 1.618. Okay, wow, okay, that's a lot, right? I don't even know how to take that in. I'm not a mathematical person. I can add 1 to 1. But this is where it gets interesting, is that the 1.618 Fibonacci, or the golden ratio as it's referred to, is even inside of facial features. And interestingly, the more your facial features are aligned to the 1.618 golden ratio, the more attractive the person becomes. And this is how we as humans perceive another person as being attractive or more beautiful than another person. So the more your facial features are aligned, very interesting, with Fibonacci, or the golden ratio, the prettier people perceive you to be. Okay. I think, what is that actor's name? What is his name? I'll think of his name now. Okay, in fact, our brains are seemingly hardwired to prefer objects and images that use the golden ratio. Very interesting. And then they go into more maths over here to say that even if you take a block with another block and you multiply it by certain numbers, images that artists create that has the sequence of Fibonacci inside of it also appeals to us a lot more. Okay. Right, golden ratio, and it just goes on, okay? And I don't know, it does all these mathematical things, and I'm not too bothered about these things. Very interesting to read through it, and then you get that nice little, I'm sure everyone has seen this pattern, which is basically the golden ratio pattern, where you start dividing, and it makes that nice little spiral, okay? Which you then find in galaxies. You find it in the sunflower. You find it in how leaves grow. You find it in seashells. Exactly. Perfect 1.618 ratio. You find it in fat plants, in hurricanes as they are forming. It is just, I mean, it really blows your mind. Okay, it really blowed my mind. Okay, then it just tells you how to apply it in artwork and things like that. But this is basically what I wanted to share with you guys is that this 1.618 number is also what we use in trading. And I think that is why that number is so powerful. As humans, we are drawn to that number. Okay, it's also when you calculate the length of your arms with your feet and things like that, the more in proportion you are, according to the golden ratio, the more attractive you seem. It's just absolutely phenomenal. Okay, so just quickly wanted to share all of this with everyone. Right, let's get back into the analysis over here. Let's go through some comments. Okay, if price goes to 61.7, doesn't it start overlapping the wave 1? Fourth gets invalid? No? Yes, but you have to remember, okay, you have to remember when I look at this entire structure over here, let me go on to the 1 hour. Okay, take this fib out the way. Take that out the way. When I look at this structure to the downside, it does count better for me as an ABC, okay, which is a three-wave structure. It counts better as an ABC to the downside. Okay, so I know a lot of people are looking at this as 1, 2, 3, and this is 4. No, okay. First of all, if this is 1, 2, 3, let's see. Okay, you wanted to reject by the 50% fib level. Okay, and I'm going to get to the crux now why I still believe, because now people are saying, well, if we didn't reject here, how can we take the low, right? Because you can form a multitude of three-wave structures. Okay, so if this is a three-wave structure, which it looks like it is, 1, 2, 3, okay, which makes better sense because the C wave has to have 5 waves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That makes sense. Way more sense to me than counting this as a 1, 2. Right? Then you could still have another ABC to the upside. And guess what? You can have another ABC to the downside that then forms a WXY corrective structure. Multitude of ABCs inside of it. So it's not to say that if you tap the 0.618, the fourth wave is invalidated, we're not going down anymore. This could still be part of a larger corrective structure to the downside, where you're forming a three-wave structure, and we could still potentially go down there to $57,000. For now, this probability at the moment carries slightly higher probabilities. Okay, and the reason why I say that is that when I go onto the 4-hour time frame, okay, this is where things become interesting. Ooh, I still need to tell you guys about this trade. Okay, this is, you know, where's that one-to-one extension? Let me do this quickly. When I look at this entire structure, okay, let's just put that aside. Right, you guys can see here, I've gone through this before. You have a three-wave structure to the downside. It tapped the 1-to-1, which is usually regarded as a very common three-wave structure target. You can go to the 1.236 as well. Then we had another three-wave structure to the upside. Guess what? We tapped the 1-to-1. right? Now we are potentially forming another three-wave structure, 1, 2, 3. It does not technically make sense for price to have stopped over here and just do this, okay? Just technically, it carries lower probability, but I can't say that it can't happen because the market is here to surprise us, okay? And the reason I say that is I just want to try and clean up some of these things. Okay, let me switch this off. Okay, the reason I say that, this is where it becomes interesting. If I now take a fib extension, like I've showed you the one-to-one extension on all the three-wave structures, and I take it from the high to the low, this is exactly how I measured the other ones, to the high, guess what? Where we turned around. We did not tap the one-to-one extension just as yet. Okay, so it just looks unlikely from a technical perspective that for a proper three-wave structure to the downside, a 1, 2, 3 to the downside, you at least want to tap the one-to-one like we've done inside of this entire structure every single time. And if we're not going to tap the $57,875, I would at least expect us to tap the $56,000 because this is also a three-wave structure target. But where price turned around over here, if price is going to start doing this, I will come on the live stream and I'll tell you guys that I am very shocked. Okay, I didn't expect it. Technically, it didn't make sense. But I mean, now we look for new, fresh trading opportunities because I can tell you guys now that if price successfully breaks, okay, and this is what I'm looking for, I will only switch bullish if price can successfully break through this resistance box. But I mean, I want to see some green volume kicking in here. You get acceptance back in the trend. And then with this retracement, I will say maybe there's a chance. Okay. But now you have to consider high. Are you going to form a lower high and then smack back down? Or are you going to change market structure, local market structure, and put in a higher low? Okay, so this is the highest probable trading setup from a bullish perspective is I actually want us to take these highs that will invalidate these two scenarios. And I know price is still very far away, okay, but you want to see local market structure change because we have a high, we have a lower high, and we still have a lower high over here where price is at the moment. So in order for me to switch bullish is I want to see the first sign is breakthrough here with high green supporting volume. This area needs to hold as support because then if momentum continues here to the upside and you now make a higher high and you come back for retracement and you form a higher low, I would say, bulls, we are back. We're going back to the upside. But where price is at the moment, the probabilities are still higher to reject in this area, okay, make a lower high for continuation to the downside. Okay, hope that makes sense. Right, so that's basically the larger time frame analysis that I do see over here, legends, is that also when I take a fib, okay, from the low to the high that we've made, you can see where we got the bounce. We got the bounce at the 50% fib level. Okay, the one-to-one extension, okay, if you guys can see over there, the one-to-one extension and the 618 is in perfect alignment. Okay, so maybe, right, maybe you make a three-wave structure and you make another three-wave structure here to the downside in a complex WXY, okay, whichever way you want to count this corrective structures, because corrective structures are very complicated. Okay, right, so that's basically the small time frame analysis. Just quickly want to tackle this bluff and trade so that I can get out of or delete that screenshot. Okay, so I just quickly want to highlight. Oh, I need to zoom back in to grab that screenshot. Where's my screenshot? Okay, there we go. Let me drag it. Yeah. Okay, let's analyze. Dewald, why did you FOMO into a trade? Okay, because I entered my entry price here. Let me just see where was my entry price? 60,990. Where's 60,990? 60,990. I entered over here. Why did I enter over there? Like literally, I caught that little pivot there. If I go into the 1 minute time frame, okay, this was me just having fun, okay? This was literally me just having fun. Guess what, legends? Guess what I'm about to say? This is where I entered. This is where I entered to play the long to the upside. And then people tell me you FOMO'd into a trade, but I've just shown you I have a successful trade, okay? And yes, I did close my position over here, and now we're pumping to the upside as predicted. But why did I FOMO into a trade? Because when you go into the larger time frame, Dewald, you missed the breakout, okay? Why did you FOMO in here? Guess what? If I take a FIB extension from the high to the low to the high, oh my goodness, 1.618. And the magic continues. That's where I entered. I saw the dump, three-way structure, ABC flat, three-way structure. I entered, and I mean my stop loss was so tight. Even if I got stopped out, I would have lost like $5, $10. Nothing. It's nothing considering the risk reward to come and claim the highs and go to higher levels. That is where I entered. So if you can learn to master the 1.618 level, okay, and you go and backtest it and you start measuring waves using your FIB extension, it could really be a powerful tool in your arsenal. Okay, so I wanted to show everyone with this example that I deleted now, okay, with that example where I entered the bluff and trade, why people thought I FOMO'd, and I wanted to show them I didn't. I still entered a phenomenal trade with exceptionally good risk management using the 1.618 level. Okay. Smash up the like for the alpha over here. Hope you guys are enjoying the education. Okay, currently getting a pump here to the upside. So, I mean, I'm here on the 1 minute time frame, not my favorite time frame. Oh, there it is. Okay, so I closed my position at 61.354, 61.354. Round about this zone. That's where I closed my position. Round, you know, above the highs over here. Nonetheless, a successful trade. I don't care if we're pumping to the upside. Now I'm going to look for short opportunities. Okay, it's not about catching the bottoms and the tops to perfection. It's just being in that range, okay, with good risk management. So I also entered a trade over here, okay, the breakout. I also entered a trade over here with good risk management, and that trade is still running. I took profits here, but it's still running here to the upside. I think my TP is going to hit very soon. My TP is going to start hitting, if it has not already hit. I think I had my TP at 61,600. I think I'm already out of the position. Okay, successful trade to the upside. And remember, if you guys would like to come and trade with me, the exchanges that I use to trade, like I've just mentioned, Bluffin, you know, under exchanges, no KYC required, and then Bybit is also what I use, and I also use 𝗖𝗍cie a lot. Okay, I have to be honest with you guys. You see my screenshots. I often share screenshots of 𝗖𝗍cie. 𝗖𝗍cie for me is great for high leverage positions because the fees are so low. So by using the link down in the description, $20,000 sign up bonus depending on how much you deposit and trade, and now I'm testing out weeks here at the moment. So if you'd like to come and test out weeks, see what it's about, how it works, put, like, you know, play money in there. Don't put your life savings and stuff in there. I'm still testing out this exchange. And, you know, I just want to highlight, I am testing out the week's exchange, but I wanted to share it with you guys, because I know that a lot of people are looking for non-KYC alternatives. And I know that weeks has strong ties into 𝗖𝗍cie. Okay, so they have really good support from an investment perspective, from who is running the company. So I do think that weeks is going to become one of the top exchanges maybe in the next 2 to 3 years. So I'm helping out the team to test the exchange, and there is some amazing rewards coming if you sign up. Okay, some amazing rewards. I'm speaking to the team. We haven't finalized everything just as yet, but go give it a go. But I want to highlight it as a testing exchange. Okay, like, you know, if you want to put money in there, maybe $50, $100 max. I've thrown $1,000 in there. I'm just having fun on the exchange, and so far so good. Okay, I'm not sure if any one of you here have used weeks, right? You get that welcome bonus for now of $380 by signing up, and then, right, let's see how it goes. But I'm having fun here on weeks. Okay, where are we getting the rejection inside of this consolidation? Okay, let's go do some analysis quickly here just to see where are those high probable rejection zones, taking a Fibonacci from the high to the low. Okay, I can't see that low because the volume is in the way. Okay, 786. 786. Do like the 786. I really do like the 786. Okay. Just want to see what else. What other levels do I have? No weekly levels. Monthly level was here to the downside. That's also where we got the bounce. Monthly level to the downside, 50% Fibonacci. There was a point of control of the entire range. There was a lot going on here. So now what I want to see is this a level that I would consider a short? Okay, there is another strategy that I like, that I have mentioned before, is remember you can treat Fibonacci levels, like I've done with the 1.618, as swing failure lines. Okay, right. Yes, I mean, the risk management is absolutely insane. Green volume is still kicking in here at the moment. I ideally would like my daily level here to get hit. Okay, ideally that's the level that I'm waiting for. If I get front run, it is what it is. But this is a rejection zone. I just want to highlight it. This is a rejection zone. And if price for some reason finds the strength to continue here to the upside, guess what? I'm looking at this pivot as a swing failure. Definitely, I will consider this pivot as a swing failure. Okay, it grabs all of the liquidity at 62,000. I mean, at 62,300, all the liquidity is gone already. Okay, and I do think that we've grabbed most of the liquidity at the moment already. Okay, let me refresh this. Oh, I mean, most of the liquidity has already been grabbed, so there's a chance for price to roll over, and this is the area that I'm looking for a short, okay? Like I've highlighted during my analysis, I am looking for a short in this zone. And okay, now the question is it going to do a V-shape to the downside? Was this perhaps the three-wave structure? Very confusing three-wave structure, or are we still going to form a three-wave structure like this? And then a three-wave structure to the downside? I don't know, but I'm looking for shorts in this zone. Liquidity has almost been grabbed or has been grabbed, okay? So there is a chance for price to turn around over here, and you can see that it's struggling by the 786 level, okay? I like the $61,800 level more, and if we do find strength, I'm looking at this pivot for potential short. Okay, yes, I am looking at shorts at the moment because technically that is what price is showing me, that it's the probabilities of playing to the downside are great, you know, in terms of risk to reward and making profits are higher than trying to long here to the upside. Although I have longed successfully here to the upside, but now this is my shorting zone. Okay, 0.5 of the retest downtrend, 7th October. Let me go check. 7 October. Okay, it's great when you guys highlight some stuff that I'm not seeing at the moment. 7 October, was it over here? 7 October. Okay, you're basically taking a bigger flip here from the high to the low. Yes, yeah, okay, that's good. So you have the 786 on the smaller time frames. When I take a flip from this high to this low, you have the 786, you have the 50% Fibonacci. Definitely an area of rejection. Definitely an area of rejection. So well spotted. Thanks, Nags. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, when the legends come together and we analyze the situation together for those high probable trades. Cool. Then I also want to go through some questions. Someone asked me inside of Discord today, Dewald, why do you use the Bitcoin perpetual Binance contract on the USDT? Okay, for me, it is, I try to look for the exchange that has the highest amount of volume. The more mature the market, okay, the more volume gets traded through a certain pair, like the pair that I'm analyzing here at the moment, the better the analysis, okay? It's like comparing it to the S&P 500, to the NASDAQ. The more mature the market, the more accurate the analysis. Because if you, for example, go and use, let's say, you know, let's open up CoinMarketCap over here. And I just want to do this. Here's basically all the exchanges in terms of the volume that they are trading. So you can see Binance is first. It has the most amount of volume. So when I use Binance pairs to do my analysis on, I know that my analysis is going to be more accurate. So you can use Bybit. I know Andy likes to use Bybit, USD, not USDT. He uses Bybit, perpetual USD, because there's more volume traded through it. And then Binance, I use USDT because that's the one that I got comfortable with, and it still has the most amount of trading volume in the world, which tells me when I use that chart to do my analysis will be more accurate. And I've had great success charting this chart over here. Okay. And so this is the derivative section, but also on the spot section, Binance is still the largest. So most of the coins that I do my analysis on, I always look for the ones that I can find on Binance. And the more volume, the more accurate the analysis. The less volume, I mean, if you're going to try and do, let's just go down here to the bottom. If you're going to try and do technical analysis on BTC, BingX, perpetual contract, okay, you're gonna struggle. Okay, you're gonna get price action that you're seeing on your charts that's not a true reflection of what's actually going on. Okay, so I always recommend that you chart the Bitcoin pair that has the most traded volume inside of it, because volume equals maturity. Maturity is better to understand and to analyze. So I hope that answered your question. Just want to see what is happening here with CVD. Okay, nothing at the moment. Price could still continue here to the upside. Let's see. I don't see any local berry CVD just as yet. No local or bearish, no bullish or bearish local CVD at the moment. Then someone also asked me about Link. Can I please have a quick look at Link? Okay, yes, I have spoken about Link last week, Friday. So if you'd like to go and more, I'm not going to go through all the details here on Link, but just quickly, as I've pointed out during the beginning of the live stream, dominance is protecting some of the altcoins here. I'm looking at this trend for potential breakout. Okay. And if price, so you could be one of those traders to say that I don't care what happens here. Price can fall down. Price can go sideways. I don't care what happens here. I will pay attention when my alarm goes off, because even if Link takes a dump here to the downside, I will pay attention as soon as my alarm goes off. From a simplicity perspective, you don't have to stare at the candles every single day and that's all you do. Okay. What I'm also looking at here at Link is when I take a fib extension, okay, from the high to the low to the high that we've made. So I'm trying to play out worst case scenario. If Link is not going to find support and maybe Bitcoin drops to the $57,000 level, okay, I'm looking at a Link of $9. Okay, so what if it does this? Okay, I will be very interested in Link at $9, because then you have tapped a three-wave corrective structure. Three-wave corrective structure, one-to-one extension. I will be very interested in a $9 Link, and then especially if you get acceptance back above this low. Okay, so you can play this out. Link drops, it gets acceptance back above this low. I will definitely be interested in a Link position over here, at a leverage position. Because I already have a spot bag. Okay, I'm not buying more. I bought enough Link. Over, where did I buy Link? I bought Link here. This is where I bought Link. Okay, around about $8.57 is my entry. $8.57. That's my entry from my spot bags perspective. Because I didn't have Link in my portfolio and then I added it. Right. Let me take some of the stuff here out the way. What else? What else? Thanks. Me too. That could be the swing long position in Link. Yes, that could potentially be a swing long position. Potentially. Okay. But please go and watch last week's live stream as well. I went into a little bit more detail because there's another level. There's another level. We can go down lower that I'm still interested in on Link. Just want to see something here. Do I still have everything over here? Okay, so when I take a fib from the low to the high, okay, I would also be interested in $8.63. Just want to see. Sorry, legends. $6.66. Okay, is the lowest level that I'm watching here for link. Just want to take all the stuff here out the way. Okay, because when I look at, I know it looks very messy here. I just can't find the button to switch all of these things off at the moment. Okay, but when I look at the structure here on link, from the low to the high, okay, 5 waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, WXY to the downside. Okay, even if link comes to bounce on the 0.786 at $6.66, I will add to my spot bags. At the moment, I entered here at $8.57. That's where I entered at my spot bags. But if there's a crash that no one sees coming, Bitcoin falls to $42,000, I think that's the only time link will hit this level, is if Bitcoin falls to $42,000 or $41,000, it takes the low again in this range that we formed since March. There's definitely a possibility, worst case scenario, that link bounces here on the 0.786 at $6.66, which is still bullish. Looking at the structure, that is a bullish level. Okay, so I will definitely still add link in this area if it gets there, but the low could be in. It could. Okay. Right, and I mean, I'm all, obviously I'm tracking this little momentum. Okay, trying to catch the breakout before the bigger breakout. But I can tell you guys now, once link breaks this trend, okay, it's going to rock and roll to the upside. I can tell you guys now, it's going to rock and roll. Nothing guaranteed. I'm just speculating over here. Okay. If I don't know if this was asked before, but can you teach me how to do proper FIB pulls? Someone from the community pointed out that I was pulling it wrong sometimes. I know that higher time frame is better, but what are the most probable highs and lows? Also asked the question yesterday, which you answered, about bullish bounces levels for the FIB retracement. Is this the same for the short FIBs? Yes. Okay. I mean, let's go back here onto the price of Bitcoin. I do like the rejection. I mean, the risk management, you can already protect your position. Mariela, I know if you're here in the live stream, you must probably entered the short. I know you by now. Okay. You're an absolute trading legend inside of our Legends Discord community, also a moderator, right? Okay, you tap the 50%, you tap the 786. I mean, your position should now already be protected. That is definitely a short to be looking at. And I mean, if you get stopped out, it's a free trade. If you get stopped out, you just wait for the next level. Okay, there's still a 618. I do like the 618 over here with this pivot. Really, really, really like it. Okay, so I mean, price might do this and leave me behind. I don't care, right? Because I know that there's always another trade around the corner. Always. Okay. I'm in. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it, Mariela. 61,590. 61,590. What a beautiful entry. What a beautiful entry. Okay. But we all know it, legends. You can be stopped out. You just look for the next trading setup, because we exercise good risk management, protect our positions at high probable confluence areas. Cool. Smash up the like for the education. Okay. Is the like button bearish? I don't know. Is the like button bearish? I'm not sure. Okay. Anyways, legends, have yourselves an awesome weekend. That is unfortunately all I have time for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the alpha. Hopefully next week I'll be able to go through a little bit more of your questions. Sorry I didn't get to go through the FIB pools at the moment. I'll perhaps tackle that inside of our live Discord sessions that I have during the week every morning, so we can tackle it in there. But have yourselves an awesome weekend. Thanks for joining. Smash the like on your way out. Hit subscribe for future notifications. Until the next one, cheers for now.